Jedi Survivor is bad. Now, I know this is definitely not popular opinion, nor probably an opinion that probably is, how would you say, hip with the kidros. However, there are actually a few key points and reasons I have to not only justify my reasoning for having such a strong opinion, but possibly even change some of your minds too. So let's get in. Okay, so Jedi Survivor isn't the worst Star Wars game I've ever played. Clone Wars, well, of course, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is that I'm coming from spending countless hours on the previous game in the Jedi series, Jedi Fallen Order. And I came into Jedi Survivor expecting, like I'm sure thousands of Fallen Order fans were, a new, yet nostalgic and reminiscent next chapter in the Jedi series. But what was presented to me at the very moment of actual gameplay beginning to tickle my brain's synapses just simply didn't produce quite the results of what I felt like could and should be expected from a canon, brand name Star Wars game. Brand new in 2023, might I add. So, I just wanted to go over the three main reasons that I so strongly feel that are expected and why it under-exceeded my expectations.
Let's do this.
So first off, to me is one of the most noticeable and negatively affecting aspects of Jedi Survivor is the game's overall lack of any and all actual positive progression to the game's base mechanics. Now, I'm not saying that the game needed to pull a Fortnite and drop a completely brand new game with every new addition made, but at the same time, with the devs not even putting the same mechanics as the previous game. Now, of course, yes, there's still blocking, reflecting blaster shots, different lightsaber styles, etc., but they're all done differently and played differently. So even if I just ever so annoyingly slightly notice that difference from the previous game. It's not like everything was changed. No, it's not like everything stayed the same either, though. It's almost like giving off the impression that it wasn't heavily thought through enough and that there wasn't really that much effort put into the actual progression at all. It's almost like you can imagine going into the game expecting this new spin-off, this new take of how they're going to progress through the game, through the way that things are growing, going, and etc. Maybe even just some simple nostalgic throwbacks or callbacks. But it just simply doesn't make the cut. Now, the second addition to the Jedi series does have a few profitable attributes, such as the more simplistic and faster-paced progression of unlocking the various lightsaber stances. With that being said, however, the lack of the new ways, or even the more accurate might be to say, lack of interesting ways to go about using each stance in ways that truly make them more significantly unique and or give them any personality, per se. For example, one of my most personal favorite stances from both games in the series, the dual-wielded stance, while being an absolute game changer in the first game, absolutely wrecking as an offensive player like myself. On the flip side, in Jedi Survivor, you pop, do a little dance, take out a little misclobber in time, and boom, you've got the stance. So then you're going, oh, big chill, I'm about to whoop up some wampas, but no! Old Cal must be getting older because he's slower than molasses and his special move is straight out of the 2016 Microsoft and Windows exclusive shooter Quantum Break, the game. Now, okay, I do realize that this final point is very opinion-based, so I'm going to go ahead and get into what may be a little bit lighter of a grip on this one.
The story has got to get some meat and potatoes, Bubba!
If you haven't tried looking into the deep-rooted personal interest in Star Wars in the past, or even just the Jedi game series, then yes, the story is great, full of all the unique characteristics, tricks, twists, turns, and animal abuse that you probably need to leave you full and fulfilled through the entirety of the gameplay. However, if you're like the many other players outside of the category of die-hard Star Wars fans, then the gameplay might be something like this from your perspective.
Boom/bang, big boy, dub time, yeah! Okay, I'm bored.
And that's how it generally goes as you find it less and less intriguing and more the fleeting attempt to make your swiftly spent $60 worth back. And with that being said, looking into the game, going out fresh off the boat, fresh into the game, fresh out of never knowing or hearing, watching anything of the sort from Star Wars, but it looked cool, sounds cool, and the 15 seconds of the trailer that your friend showed you at the playground seemed like it was worth Mom's $60. But little did you know, it was going to be a little bit lackluster even for those who were already a fan of the series, let alone Star Wars in general, and you were just left in this place. Controversial as it may be, Jedi Survivor is bad. I don't retract my statement. I don't question of how or what, when, where, or why that this had to happen, but it hasn't been said. I haven't heard it said, so I want to know. With that being said, let me know in the comments what you think. Any similar or differing opinions? Put them in the comments, like or dislike, and God bless y'all. See you in the next video.